Everybody, I apologize, you're like looking at my nose tonight. Welcome to day 27 of my 30 days of live videos. We're coming down to the wire here. So Disney announced some policy changes and some rule changes yesterday or 2 days ago, maybe at this point in time. I think it was yesterday or sometime, about things that they are changing as far as what they are allowing or not allowing in the parks now. And so I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on that because some of them surprise me. I always, of course, I don't understand everything that Disney does. There is always a reason for why they allow and disallow things in their parks, and so we're going to chat about it. So the Disney, I think it was Disney Parks blog, came out with a blog the other day about these changes, and then there's like a little graphic that people have been making. So let's talk about it. All right, so the first thing, beginning May 1st, Disney parks are going to become smoke-free. Isn't that interesting? Hey, Letty, how are you? So this is both Disney World and Disneyland, I believe. The thing that's interesting to me is, well, before, or what they've had is designated smoking areas. Now, obviously, it probably would not come as any surprise that I am a non-smoker. Mr. Simple Life is also a non-smoker. If that surprises you, you don't know my channel very well, apparently. But they have always had, kind of out of the way designated smoking areas actually inside the parks and at the resorts and things like that. But they have made it to where starting May 1st, there will be no smoking at all inside the Disney parks. And this actually came as a big, big shock to me. This isn't an argument for or against smoking. It's not about that. I was just really surprised that they have opted to make the parks smoke free. So that was like, it's kind of like, what are people going to do? Are they going to have to leave the park? And like, is it going to be a close by area? Like, what are they going to do? Especially if they have kids, like, do they have to cart them out of the park? And like, will that deter people from going to Disney? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, it doesn't affect me, obviously, but it affects my airways, I guess. But yeah, so I was really, really surprised about that. What are your guys' thoughts about that? Let me know in the comments. So the second thing, beginning May 1st, this is all like May 1st stuff, strollers, the sizing is actually going to be changed. And let me see if I can pull up a photo here so I can actually read what the actual sizing modifications are. Okay, so it says it must be no more than 31 inches wide and 52 inches long or smaller for strollers beginning May 1st. And it says many strollers meet these guidelines. So I'm wondering if it's like those, I'm imagining like 31 inches wide. That's, how many feet is that? It's not quite 3 feet. 3 feet would be 36 inches wide. So that still seems like, if you picture a yardstick, that's still pretty wide. So maybe like side-by-side stroller size, possibly, I don't know. And then 52 inches long is rather long. So I was kind of interested in that, which I understand because the walkways aren't the widest thing in the world. Like, they are not gigantic and all that. So there's that. I kind of understand that. The other thing that I thought was already banned, but they're reiterating it again, that as of May 1st, stroller wagons are not going to be allowed either. Those are those wagons that kind of expand a little bit. They're kind of like fabric a little bit, where you can put a couple kids in the stroller wagon. And it was my understanding that the wagons have always been against the rules. Any kind of rolling anything, even like rolling coolers and rolling suitcases and rolling things, if it's not a stroller that's going to be in front of you, they have been not allowed in the parks from what my understanding was. But they're saying here that stroller wagons are not going to be allowed as of May 1st also, which I don't know. The thing that I was kind of like, oh no, about was they are disallowing loose and dry ice. Now, I don't bring dry ice into the parks. Like, I'm not carting around like a witch's brew in my cooler, but they're not allowing dry ice or loose ice as of, let me see, March 28th, which is yesterday. So they do recommend, however, the reusable ice packs. So I was always one to bring a Ziploc full of ice in my backpack with a washcloth in it to help me cool down in the parks. And so I was like, what are we gonna do now if we can't bring loose ice in the park? So what we can do, workaround, is bring the Ziploc with the little washcloth in there and get ice after we're in the park. How about that? So the other thing is too, a lot of the rooms at the Disney resorts have their own mini fridge. Some of the older models of the mini fridges do have a little tiny itsy bitsy ice compartment. Now we only rent Disney Vacation Club Point Stay DVC, so I don't know about like the value and the moderates. I don't think they have ice compartments, like the little tiny like ice shelves. But I'm like at least the DVC hotels that we've stayed in as of late have all had a little kind of ice tray compartment where you could keep freezer packs. And when we go through security at the airport and things like that, we do bring fully frozen freezer packs. So we would have those anyway. So those would work, I suppose. But I don't know. So I was kind of like, ooh, and I think it might be a security thing so that the security at the front of the parks don't have to kind of like fish through ice. Either that or they were worried about it melting and getting all over the place. I don't know. I have no idea like what is up with that. But so anyway, loose and dry ice. I don't know who brings dry ice, but not allowed anymore at the parks. But reusable ice packs are a-okay. So there's that. So, you know, if you want to keep some stuff cold, you can go ahead and use that. So anyway, those are the updated park rules as of either yesterday or May 1st. So let me know what you guys think about the whole smoking change and the stroller change and the ice change. I'd like to know your guys' opinions in the comments below. So I have a couple more days left of my 30 days of live videos. We're coming up on the grand finale here. Soon I'm going to have a packing video because we're heading to Florida very soon. So that will probably be tomorrow or the next day or something. But if you guys have a suggestion for my last couple days, my last little hurrah, let me know in the comments too. I would be happy to answer questions or talk about whatever you guys would like me to chat about. Have a good rest of your Friday evening. Go check out Resort TV 1. They are live from Animal Kingdom and switching over to Disney Springs this evening to celebrate their 50,000 subscribers. They just hit it yesterday, I think. So they are good friends of our channel, so be sure to go check them out. That's where I am headed. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn them on. The no smoking is inside the Disney park radius. So they will have designated smoking areas outside of the actual park proper, if that makes sense. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what unfolds here. But they're giving a pretty good leeway. They're giving a whole month and a couple days notice, at least, so it's not like they're just springing it on everybody. But yeah, not inside the actual park. So I guess they're treating the park like an indoor location, right? Because it's illegal, at least in Florida, to smoke inside, I think. It is here in Ohio for sure, so I'm assuming it is down in Florida also. So they're kind of taking that to heart. Private property, they can do it. All right, guys, have a good rest of your evening. I will see you all